Greetings. So in this video I wanted to talk about some experience I've had around 2017, 2018, somewhere around that time, and this was just a little, or I could say a pretty big experience and realization that came with the experience. One of countless experiences I've encountered over the last years. So during this phase in my life I was experiencing the twin flame separation, the separation from the one being I consider my twin flame in this at this time, and I was experiencing the separation of this relationship, and simultaneously there was a deep panic of losing myself arising inside of myself. And this in itself is a pretty interesting observation, I think, because when you look at it, it's pretty much the same thing. When you're experiencing the separation from your twin flame, or a person you really, really love very dearly, and you have to let this person go, it can feel like, or in this case I pretty much really felt like I had to let go of an essential part of myself. And of course this was coming with deep grief and deep sorrow and all of this. And this was one thing, and for me at this time it felt like a different thing to experience this deep panic feeling inside of myself, to how to describe it, to lose myself, to lose control over, to lose existence, to completely and utterly lose existence and to disappear into the abyss of nothingness. A pretty intense panic and fear. And so I was on the awakening journey for quite a while, and I knew about the Kundalini and what the Kundalini is doing. It is showing every blockage, every fear that was inside. It brought it to the surface to be felt and to be released. And so I decided to face this deep fear. And one day I sat under a tree on a river, by a river, and had a deep meditation. And in this meditation I decided to just let myself fall into the abyss, into the deep darkness, into the unknown. And I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but when I was a child, I sometimes would lay on the grass and in the sun, laying in the sun on the grass and just relaxed as deeply as I can. And when you do this, there comes a feeling of falling, a feeling of deep falling. And sometimes this can occur in dreams as well, that you have the feeling of to fall, to just fall, and this is hard to describe. It's just this feeling in the stomach that you when you fall, or when you drive really fast over a bump in the street. It's these butterflies in the stomach. And usually when I did this as a child, I was laying there and relaxing, and this feeling of falling came, and with this feeling of falling there came a contraction of the body that was stopping this experience. And I knew as a child that when I would just keep it going, just keep the relaxation going, and just to relax into this feeling of relaxation, of falling, then I might lose myself. This was the feeling and the knowing I had as a child. And in this meditation under this tree by the river, I was able to just let myself fall. Just let myself relax so deeply that this panic just came, this energy of deep panic, of deep angst came up from down under. It just surfaced, and I just relaxed into it, and it disappeared. So I was falling. I was keep falling, and I was okay with keep falling. And this feeling of falling, it changed into an energy of pure white light love that arose from pretty much the base chakra, the root chakra, or even below. I could not say. It's coming from down to top. And I saw it in the meditation as a white light, and I felt it as a tremendous feeling of love, of not personal, non-personal, and completely unconditional love. Just like a substantial force in the universe. Just an energy that is essential part of creation, or of the universe. And this white light love just washed through my whole being. And yeah, it was beautiful. It instantly brought tears to my eyes. And I opened my eyes, completely baffled from this experience. Slowly opened my eyes with tears running down, and I noticed that everything I saw with my 3D eyes was shimmering in a white light. It was almost kind of translucent. The things or the environment was almost kind of translucent and in a shimmer of white light. And it was all just completely empty. And so was I. There was no I anymore. The I completely disappeared. And there was no separation anymore between me and the surroundings or the environment. And everything was completely empty. The love evaporated, and all was left, what's left was emptiness, complete and utter emptiness. And I looked around, and it was just a neutrality. It was just completely nothingness. It was the witnessing of things, the seeing of things, but no correlation to what I saw or any idea what it meant. It was or any real essence to it or substance to it. It was just completely empty. And yeah, I don't know for how long I sat there. And by the way, I made a video of this. Somewhere I have a video of this experience where you can just see me sit and meditate and starting to cry, opening my eyes, looking around, completely baffled, and somewhere at some time I take the camera and I put it off. And yeah, I stand up and I walk around in this nothingness, and people that I witnessed doesn't even seem to witness me, to see me. That was a strange thing, but yeah, it's this experience lasted for a few days, I think, and I was able to find my home and to get in, and was able to sustain myself with eating and all that. But there was no I anymore. There was no concept of an I anymore, or any feeling of that. And this lasted for a few days, I think. And it was okay. It was not bad. It was not good. It just was. It just was an experience. And after some time, after a few days of this, something inside of myself some tiny bit of remembrance of what identification is and what a human being is, was searching for this love, because this love was also gone. And the remembrance of this love was still there somehow, I guess. And so something inside, I could feel it, something inside of myself, I could just observe it, was starting to search for love, or for something inside of itself to share this love with. And it was pretty desperate to find something, and it was not something that I could have an influence on. I felt it just happened, and I just observed it. And this something, after some time, that felt pretty, not really afraid, but pretty desperate. It desperately wanted to find it, to find someone to relate to, someone to share this love with. And it remembered the loved ones in my life, my parents and the girl I was in the relationship with, or that I just separated from, twin flame. And since there was nothing where I could search for it, it began to search within its own self for this. And there was a point where this something went into this area, the area of the solar plexus chakra. And all of a sudden there was a absolutely beautiful golden light that this something found. It was, I cannot describe the beauty of this golden light. It's Garden Eden, it's paradise. This is the best thing that can translate this feeling. It was just pure communion, pure life, pure love, pure. Every soul that ever existed and will ever exist was there, and every being that ever existed and will ever exist was in this place. And it felt like paradise, like heaven, like Garden Eden. And I felt the solar plexus opening up and this golden light expand. And yeah, everyone was there. I found my parents, I found this girl, I found all of my ancestors and everyone there. And this was a different love than I discovered before, that arose from down. That was an empty love and non-personal love. This was a personal love. This was a love that could be shared and has been shared and is being shared with all these souls that were there or are there. And yeah, this was it. This was the place that I was searching for. And yeah, this was not the end of my journey. This was where the real journey started and the real dark night of the soul kicked in. Even if I don't think that this this term, the dark night of the soul, this explanation is a good explanation. It's not really the soul that is experiencing this. So maybe maybe the dark night of the ego or something like this would be more appropriate. But pretty much every aspect that was in the shadow realm and the darkness, being thrown there because of some belief system that was not of love, through this aspect of the consciousness into this darkness. Everything came up, and everything dark, every dark feeling came to the surface. And yeah, this I had to go through this dark night for quite some years. It was a couple of years, and yeah, now I'm at the point where I feel like pretty much every aspect has been integrated, and it was different aspects, and all the aspects were a accumulation of the negative emotional energy that was added and multiplied on the journey of the illusion of having a separate self. And it all had to be processed, and it all had to be felt again, until the point where this aspect had no negative energy anymore. And at this point, some of these aspects were integrating in the heart, and I could feel usually I would cry for a period of time, and then came a point where the crying switched into hysterical laughter. And I felt some explosions in the heart, some explosions of love in the heart, orgasmic explosions in the heart, ecstatic orgasmic explosions in the heart. Well, it just expanded in the heart, and it was a burst of golden light, and it felt orgasmic. It felt like a orgasm climax thing in the whole body. It's where your fingertips are, where everything in your whole body, every extremity and every finger and every toe is just tingling of energy. And yeah, so this was keep happening. Then the next aspect came the darkness, negative energy, emotional energy, and then the next explosion in the heart, and so on. And this kept going for quite a while. And yeah, it was just lately that I feel like the last aspect is integrating right now. The last big aspect of the illusion of separation is integrating in the heart right now. And there was other experiences of oneness, of experiencing oneness all of a sudden. But I think I will talk about this in a different video. So this, in hindsight, this experience was teaching me quite a lot about a lot of things, about what twin flames is all about, the twin flame journey is all about what enlightenment is, about what the ego is, what these aspects of the ego are, and how healing works, what healing is, what separation is, what the illusion of separation is, and all of this stuff. And I could talk about these many different spiritual aspects for days, for weeks maybe. And I could explain what this means for me to have experienced this white light and the nothingness, and that this is just one part of the journey. And yeah, I heard it from many enlightened beings, humans that if you can call it this, that experienced what is usually called as enlightenment, or awakening to the true self, and many are describing it as being nothing. And yeah, I can relate to this experience, but I don't think this is all. I don't think this is the end of the journey, because it is about love, and it is about sharing love, and it is about not separating anything anymore from yourself. It is about accepting anything and everything, especially deep negative emotions, and it is about having the courage, having the guts, after you experience the dark night of the soul, or whatever you want to call it, the fire of hell is maybe more accurate, to having the guts to come back, to not stay in the nothingness, but to come back to love, to open your heart again, and to accept that there might be pain in the journey of a human being, and that you chose, that you, as the nothing, the all that is, the one, decided to come to experience this human experience, and the gift of separation, of the illusion of separation. Because with whom do you want to share your love when there is nothing outside of yourself? And what can you say about yourself when there's nothing outside of yourself? But I think the main thing that I learned from this experience is that it is all about love, and it is all about sharing this love. We are love. This is the essence of what we are and where we came from, the creating force. And yeah, I think I will leave it with this. Separation is a gift. The illusion of separation is a gift. Because whom to share the love with when there's no separation? Or the illusion of separation when there is no other. So, and that's what the ego is for, to provide this illusion of separation. So there's nothing wrong. There never was anything wrong. Also with suffering, there's nothing wrong with this. And I could talk about this, about suffering also quite a bit, but yeah, to be happy, to this what many teachers are talking about, or the old traditions, is that everyone wants to get rid of suffering and wants to be endlessly happy and joyful. And paradoxically, the key to this is to accept suffering fully and really accept it. So being okay with suffering. This is a tremendous key. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe you got something from it. You have something to think about, if you like, or to just feel about, or whatever. And I hope it helps someone on the way, on their journey. And thank you for watching, for listening. And if I can help you, or if you want to talk or something, my email address is under the video. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your journey. Bye.